guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. This is JFX, your mentor's mentor. But currently, we'll be looking at a few things today on the charts and some few things which we are going to be breaking down in some lowest molecules. So a lot of people have been asking, understanding the price action concept and smart money concept, how it really works. So it all depends on your trade pattern, how it really works. All right, so it all depends on your trade pattern, how it really works. So for the sake of time, I really don't want this video to be very long. I really just want to break it down to your better understanding. So first of all, looking at the 24 hours time frame, which is the daily time frame, we can see very well that price rose rapidly from a very strong demand area, which is from here, from this very zone right here. So we usually don't use indicators because indicators sometimes it's not really 100% trustworthy because of its the manipulative structure. I know a lot of you might actually disagree to this, but I really don't do indicators because of the way it is, you understand. So like this is a strong demand zone here, and price respected this demand zone. And if we check beyond, before this zone happened here, we see that in this very market, price always respects each and every supply and demand area, regardless of whatever place that it is. You understand? Regardless of whatever place that it is. So now this demand area, which it is here, price respected it so well and they rose up very drastically. Now I want to explain this very area here, which you are going to be looking on. All right, so looking on this, which means price is actually on a bullish trend, but looking at the overall trend, I can't really go back on the previous times to see where the market has been coming from. All right, where the market has been coming from, so I can't really just go back and see. But from here we're seeing that price is actually on the rising trend. Okay, it's on a rising trend. So I looked at it very well. I was like, okay, fine. Let me look at a strong demand zone and let's see where price is going to react. And you can see this very zone here is another strong demand zone. And you can see how price tapped in this zone and immediately we have a run up to the upside. That's for the 24 hours. We have gotten our clear direction where price is heading. So we know that this is actually on a bullish trend. All right. So we'll go down now to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we'll go down now to the 4-hour time frame. Now looking at the 4-hour time frame, that very area which we marked before, which was shown on our 24 daily time frame, which we marked here, you can see this very zone here. You can see, so this was how price respected our zone clearly so much. Sorry for this, so much. Yes, this is the top right here, and I actually caught this trade from here. Right from this very zone here, and I actually exit. My first take profit was taken from here because when price have a very huge momentum, definitely it needs to breathe a little bit before moving again to the upside. All right, so then I looked at it and I was like, okay, fine, let me reanalyze my trade again, because I was actually having an idea on going short again due to the fact that if you check very well on the 4-hour, that this market has been on a downward movement. It has been on a bearish movement. All right, it has been on a bearish movement. So I was looking to go short again because price has retested. So I had to reanalyze again and see the clear direction where market is really heading. And then I moved down to the 1-hour time frame, because we basically do our analysis right from the daily time frame or possibly the weekly time frame down to the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes. All right, so this is it. So I came down to the 1-hour time frame, and this was when I drew this my trend line, and I saw that the market was actually on a trend line. Looking before this trend line, a trend line happened before. All right, a trend line happened before. This was it. So market broke the trend line, and you saw how price retested it clearly. And now many of you might be wondering how did you know that this retesting here is going to be over as soon as possible? Now this is the area here where the retest is going. This is how you're going to know. You are going to mark out a clear order block. Yes, right here. This is the clear order block. You're going to mark it right here. if you want to take this very trade, if it's on a rising trend, you're going to mark this other block right here, and then you are going to set your stop loss. Note that if you're actually on this kind of a trade, your stop loss should not be very close to the high up here. All right, it's going to be like a few pips, up above the highs, because a lot of people might set their stop loss here and they'll get kicked out and the price will just run down almost immediately. So you have to set your stop loss. It should be a bit higher. All right, so it can be a bit higher. Now this is where I'll get on this trade, and then my first take profit is always on the second demand area. Okay, my take profit is always on the second demand area, which is right here. And if you see very well, when take profit actually occurred, you see that the market rapidly move up again, and then when it move up, you see that the price actually came up here to retest the what's it called, the supply area again. This is how respective that these trades can be on the synthetic, because like they respect each and every supply and demand area that it needs to be. All right, they respect each and every supply and demand area that it needs to be, and then after that you can see how swiftly price is moving to the downside. You understand? Because why? Price has broken out of the uptrend and is now in a downtrend. Now we are going to look at this as a possible scenario. All right, so it was on a downtrend before and price broke the trend line and retested it successfully. All right, so this was the former analysis I did, so I'm going to take this off. Yes, so price retested it successfully, and then what happened? So we have a move now to the upside. So this is how I am going to get in on this trade. All right, so this is how I'm going to get in on this trade. So I actually took the entry right here from what you're seeing right now, and you can see currently now it's floating on profit with zero drawdown. All right, so I'm anticipating that price could actually come here, but before it's going to come here, we'll have a little bit of breakdowns, which is such as these zones, because these zones are very strong. All right, because if you check on the previous times, we see that serve as a demand area, which later serve as a demand area which turns supply for this very area here, you see. So definitely we might see a bit of a cool down here, maybe something like, we might say maybe something like this or so, before we move continuation to the upside. All right, or possibly we can just get a swift move to the upside directly. But you can see that how this drop happened here. It didn't just drop with just a single candle or three candles or so. It actually was creating consecutive candles, creating higher lows and higher highs, higher lows and higher highs. And note, the trend is your friend. So whenever you actually want to take any trade, you make sure that you ought to look at the trend. Where is the trend headed to? Where is price heading to? Definitely when you have confirmed that okay, the prices are actually in the bullish trend, you shouldn't look for a sell setup. All right, you shouldn't look for a sell setup, you should look for a buy setup. So this is what I'm looking here. Now a lot of you might say that this is actually on a bearish trend, but why am I looking at the buy? That's because I've got a pure insight that this price has changed trend. Now it's moving to the upside. All right, so this is going to be all for today, and this market which I just analyzed today is volatility 75 1x index, and the trade is so cool and so sweet. It respects everything. And many of you might also ask, what trades do I take on synthetic? The only trades I take on synthetic is the volatility 75 1x, the volatility 10 index, and the volatility 75 index. These are the three trade I only trade, because they are the trade that meets my demand, that meets my strategy, that meets my every of my discipline that has to do with trading. All right, so this is going to be all for today. Thank you once again. If you know you have not subscribed to our channel, click the link in the description below to be part of my telegram group, because we have a telegram channel where we give signals. All right, this is our telegram channel where we give signals. All right, so you can see right here the signal was just given. You can see where I said sell before, but later I told them that they should close the V75 in profit and then opened a long trade. All right, so this was it. So if you know you're not part in my telegram group on the synthetic, the link will be in the description below to be part of my telegram channel. And also don't forget to Subscribe, like, and comment, for there are going to be more upcoming videos that we're going to be doing like this. Do have a safe day. Thank you very much. JFX signing out.